Across the Leach moving in. His shot kicked out. Rebound, Stevens, score!
Hello, RinkRats. We're here with a special edition today with my classmate and buddy, Kevin Stevens, who's affectionately known to legions of fans and loyal friends as Artie.
Artie, well.
How old were you when you were first called Artie?
I think it was at BC. You know, it's weird because that like during high school it never happened. But I think Neil Shea and those guys came up. My dad, that was my dad's name. So yeah. Kind of caught on pretty. It's an easy name, Artie. Like that's like an easy nickname, you know. Easy
I always call you Kevin, but
yeah,
you know.
It's kind of caught on through Pittsburgh, everywhere now.
Kind of caught on.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, but yeah, it's all good.
So Kevin, like we do with everybody, and especially with you, this might take a couple of hours to go over this cat's stats. But we'll begin with the stats, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Okay. Kevin, we're down in Marshfield, and Kevin went to high school. Silver Lake was the captain senior year. 51 points in 18 games his senior year. What is up with that?
Yeah, we had
So it's no wonder BC wanted you.
Yeah, it was pretty. Playing at Silver Lake was kind of, Lenny lived in Duxbury, you know, so he was kind of...
You probably saw every game.
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes down the street. We played out of Hobmock there down in Pembroke, but yeah, we had good high school teams. It wasn't like, you know, back then, you know, we got to go to our high school, you know. I was from Pembroke and I wanted to play at Silver Lake. Now, it's all about, you know, these good players have to go to prep school, but I was lucky enough to stay in my own school. I wanted to. I played 3 sports there, and I was lucky enough to have a good hockey team, good hockey players, and, you know, able to get some goals. We had good teams, though, a lot of good players.
People don't realize that this guy had the Phillies and
Toronto
looking at him.
Yeah, I was a catcher. I kind of liked baseball. It was I don't know. I love playing baseball. It was one of those things. Hockey, I kind of got a scholarship right at the beginning and end of my senior in high school to go to BC. I wanted to play baseball too, but we had good teams and kind of played a little while, so we kind of missed the beginning of the baseball season. It'd be hard to play if you don't have a little spring training, you know.
Were you bigger than Putch Fisk?
Yeah, Fisk, yeah. Catcher was probably the only position I could play.
Right. You like the backstop.
Yeah.
Now, Kevin was a power forward before the term became fashionable in the 80s. We're going to go over the stats. We'll start with BC stats first. 1983 to 1987, which were the years that we were at BC.
Yeah.
86-87, 35 goals led the season. Served as the captain along with Johnny McLean and Sean Real senior year. Ranked 13th in BC history in career points. He's ranked 14th in BC history in career assists and ranked 17th in career goals, and you're tied with Johnny Cuniff with 71. So
yeah, I didn't know those stats. Those are pretty good birds.
Yeah,
was,
you're in pretty good company with Johnny Cuniff.
Yeah, that's good. You know, it's like,
the kid had 2 hat tricks. One November 15th, 86 versus Michigan Tech, and then January 10th, 87. You get 4 versus Colorado.
Huh.
All right. And your numbers are comparable with a bunch of Hall of Famers. Greggy Brown is as a D-man. He's 1 point a game. Craig is 1.54 points per game. Bobby Sweeney 1.10 points per game. Timmy Sweeney 1.19 points per game. Dougie Brown 1.13 points per game. All Hall of Famers, and you are 1.07 points per game at BC. And there's only, I was telling Pieface this, there's only like 25 to 30 guys in BC history over a point a game.
Yeah.
And you're one of them.
Yeah, it's a good company. We had all like BC, but there's a lot of good players. A lot of good players came through BC, I'll tell you that much.
And you played a lot of games. You're 7th in career games played at BC in history. All-American 1987, All New England 87, All Hockey East, and my favorite award for you is you get the Snooks Kelly Award, which is awarded every year to the player who best typifies BC hockey.
Yeah, that's nice. Snooks was,
You know what I mean?
yeah, he was around the rinks a lot. You know, he was one of those guys that hung around McHugh Forum like
He lived
all
in
the
the
time,
rink.
didn't he? Yeah, it's
lived in the
great guy.
Now we're going to go to your amateur career after BC, wearing a USA sweater, whether it was Olympics, Nationals, Worlds, etc. You played 76 games in a USA sweater with 64 points for .842 point per game, so just under a point per game, wearing a sweater for the United States, and served as captain on the World Championship team in 95-96. Now let's move on to the pros. I'm going to need a nap after all these stats. Jesus Christmas. All right. Pittsburgh, Boston, LA, the Rangers, Philly, and then back to Pitt for a couple of years.
Yeah.
He was drafted by LA in 1983, 6th round, 108th overall. Now, in the pros, this cat had a .831 points per game percentage. 874 games, which is a lot of games. 329 goals, 397 assists, 726 points. And what I always look at is the guys where the goals and the assists are kind of in the same range, because to me that's a team player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Joey Mullen, it's always like
right.
You know, the numbers are pretty close. So .831 points per game in the pros, and I just want you to know this, everybody. Sillaps is .834.
Yeah.
Okay, he was a pretty good player. Henri Richard, the pocket rocket, is .832, and I think his name is on the cup more than anybody.
Yeah, a lot.
And your guy Rick Tossett, his target is .832. All right, 2-time Stanley Cup winner, 3-time NHL All-Star team member, 12 hat tricks in the NHL. So for 3 seasons, this big guy was in the top 10 for NHL hat tricks. And this is the stat that's unbelievable. NHL playoff point per game, you are 25th in history.
Yeah, he had some good playoff games.
Okay? With 106 points in 103 games, so a 1.03 point per game average in the playoffs. Point per game, 2 seasons in the top 10 in the NHL. Goals per game, 2 seasons in the top 10 in the NHL. In 1991-92, second in points and assists in the NHL, and second in games played in the top 10 twice. Yeah. So you played some hockey.
Yeah, played a lot of games. A lot of good players. You know, I think that's a big. Also, BC high school, the Pitt. I was lucky to play with great players. Man, it helps.
Now, your sophomore year, and this story comes to us through Johnny Mack.
Yeah.
He was a defenseman on your team for a couple of years, although he should have been a forward. He had no business playing defense. He really had no interest in playing defense, and he knows that. But you had Dougie Brown, Kevin, and Kenny Hodge.
Yeah.
Were technically the third line because you guys went out third.
Yeah.
But these are 3 guys that played pro.
Yeah.
And I think Lenny might have done that just to
get
you guys going. You know what I mean? Because you weren't the third line, you were the first line.
Yeah, Kenny Hodge Jr., he was a great college player. And Dougie's Dougie, he was a great college player, great pro player. Kenny got 30 goals in the pros too 1 year. So, you know, those are great players. You know, very fortunate to play with those guys at BC, very lucky. But, yeah, we played together. I love playing on them. That's one of the better lines I've ever played on BC.
Right?
Yeah, it was great.
I can see how that line would be balanced really nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kenny's a good centerman, saw the ice well, and Dougie does almost everything pretty well, you know.
And Dougie was a great defensive player.
Yeah, great defensive player, you
know. Now at BC, you captain senior year, tri-captain senior year, but you were an assistant captain your sophomore year.
Yeah, I think
Timmy Mitchell, which is
Mitch was a Silver Lake guy too, which is kind of funny. I was a Silver Lake guy, so we both went to high school together. Now we're at college together, and he was a senior and I was a sophomore. So it was, I think they had one in each class, so it was kind of like I was the one in that.
You represented.
Class. Yeah, the sophomore class.
Right.
But it was it was a good year. We had great players in too, man. It was, with BC was always loaded with players.
Now, tell me about the Olympics in '88.
Yeah.
What was it like wearing the Olympic sweater and the parade and all that?
Yeah, the Olympics, Olympics was great. It was one of those years we kind of started in, I think in August, so we were 6 or 7 months together.
So you were with them the whole stretch?
Whole stretch. They picked the team, there was 25 of us, traveled around the United States, played a lot of college games, some pro exhibition games. It was really a great experience. One of the, some of the best guys, Brian Leach was there, Craig Janey was there, all guys. Stevie Leach, Clark Donatelli, Scotty Young, Tony Granado, Mike Rick, the Christopher guys.
That's a sick team.
Guys I'm still great friends with, and we had so much fun. It was one of those teams that, I think we ended up finishing 6 out of 12 teams, but, it was a great experience. I loved everybody. I wish I could do it again.
Now, going back to college, who do you recall? Granted, we're getting old. It was a long time ago. That was a tough goalie for you to score on college and pro.
Well, college goalie Terreri was like in Providence. He was, he kind of. I remember back-to-back Hockey East. We had, I think it was my sophomore year. We had 60 shots, 64 shots. They beat us in triple overtime. Then we played them in Detroit in the Final Four. We had another 60 shots, and they beat us in double overtime. So we had 125 shots back-to-back weekends against them, and he kind of shut us down. We had him beat so many times, and he was
shell-shocked.
Yeah, he was phenomenal college goalie. Really, he was a good pro goalie too, but he was a phenomenal college goalie. And the pros is, Patrick Watt, Dominic Hasek, Broder.
Everybody says Hasek was brutal.
Yeah, Hasek was tough, and Watt was tough too on us. We didn't do well against Montreal for some reason, but he was good. Yeah, there was, Grantfield. There's so many, great goalies back then. It was crazy.
Who was a tough defenseman to get by?
Defenseman, back then they had Scott Stevens. Then we played with Leach and Buckham in New York. We played in that Patrick division. You had Hatcher and Iafrate. In Philly, you had all kinds of big defensemen. All tough defensemen. It was kind of hard to play against. And it was, it just never ended. It just kept coming. Everybody was like 6'5" and like 230. There was no small D back then. There was some big guys.
Well, that's not much bigger than you.
Yeah, my size is big too, but you figure I'm above average, but some of the D-men that we played against weren't,
And you're skater. You were always a strong skater and fast, but it seemed like during or after the '88 Olympic run, I don't know what you were doing, but you're skating.
Yeah, that's right. That's really right.
Vastly improved. How'd you do that?
We skated a lot, so we're on the ice every day for 3 hours. We had a power skating coach I worked with every day, was with us the whole time. So I think that Olympic year was big for me, because I could always score goals. I was deep, but if you can skate and score goals, you get to play with the good players. So I was very fortunate to play with offensive players when I got to Pittsburgh, because I learned how to skate. I learned how to, like I said, I could always score, but once I could get to places and get to areas that's in the right time, that helps, and you get to play with a good centerman. That's huge.
Well, that back to the term power forward, fast, tough, and skilled.
Yeah, I was pretty much straight ahead guy breaker. It was kind of I tried to my centerman wanted the puck, so I got him the puck in areas where they wanted, and they just wanted me to get to the net and take guys with them. If they don't come, the guys don't come. They'll give me the puck, But if to get that offensive blue line, get to the net, open up some room for those guys so they can handle the puck.
Which you could do.
Yeah, they can handle the puck. The guys I play, like Johnny Cullen, like 235 points at BU. One of those guys. He was my first centerman at Pitt, and phenomenal passer. This phenomenal player. Then from there I went to Alfie Samuelson. Ronnie Francis, then to Mario. So those three, I had 3 really good centermen.
You had some above average players.
Yeah, and I played with guys on the line. Like I said, from like Joey Mullen to Tockett to Recchi to the Trottier was here, the Yager to goes on. The list keeps going on and on.
What was, I know you and Mario, but what were you ever lined up with Mooney and with Yager?
Yeah, no, I played with Joey a lot. I played with Yager a little bit, but the line when I first came, it was like me, Cully, and Recchi. Then when I got to Mario's line, it was me, Mario, either Tockett, Joey sometimes, Mullen. Yager played a little bit there toward the end, but it was mostly Talkett was there. That was our line, me, Talkett, and Mario for a long time. And but you know, when you got Talkett, Mullen, and Yoggers, your three right wings, you know, that's pretty good.
Bye. Game over. See you later.
Yeah.
Describe what it's like. And they say it weighs over 100 pounds. Picking the Stanley Cup up.
Yeah, the cup's heavy. You know, back then, when we won the guy, no one followed that cup around. You know, so we took it on our own. We took it to places, and I can remember my GM calling us early in the morning. Where is the cup? You know, we didn't even know where it was. Some nights we got home. You know, so that cup, yeah, it was pretty.
Just the feeling that when you first lift the cup.
It's amazing. You know, because it's a hard. It's the most recognizable, you know, trophy in sports. There's no question about it. You know,
no question about
anything. And then when you win it, you get that chance. It's so hard to win. You gotta get so lucky. You gotta get so many breaks, and you know we're able to do it a couple times. But yeah, that's the ultimate. You know, when you can lift it up, and it's pretty good skating around the ice with that. You know,
Bobby Orr won it twice, and so did this guy. Okay, all right, Kevin. Now, growing up, who would you say were your greatest mentors and influences, whether it's coaches or family or teammates?
I think there's a lot. Like growing up in, like I said, I grew up in Pembroke, and I had one coach, Jack Flaherty, for probably my first 10 years of playing. So he really helped me get to that next, you know, just to learn how to, you know, prepare for games. We had really good teams in Pembroke, so we played in big games, and my dad was always there. He was a big help, you know. So
the original Audie.
Yeah, the original one. He's he was big. You know, it's always good to have a dad by his side. He never skated in his life. He was a baseball player, a basketball player, but you know, he was always there for me. I'll tell you that much.
He never played hockey, but he supported the hell out of you.
Yeah. He I don't know how he even got into it really, because he was a baseball player, baseball coach, and basketball player. So yeah, it's crazy.
Now, when you think of you know, back at BC, what are your memories of BC? Probably the locker room and talking to the guys and joking around and all that.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, I've always been like a locker room guy. I love being in a locker room. Even when I was at BC, was great. You know, it's always great when the guys, you can come together, you can shut the door, and really no one can get at you. You know, it's pretty good. And that was in Pittsburgh too. So it was, when you get behind those doors, anything goes, and it's fun. It's just you and the coaches and the guys.
That's how a team gels.
Yeah, it's really important. To have a good room is very important. I had a great room in BC, and I had a great room in Pittsburgh too when we won. It was
who were the good locker room guys at BC?
You know, it was, you know, Sweeney was there, Scotty Howe was there, Neely Shea was there. You know, he was always
complete
pulling pranks. Oh yeah, nuts. And you know, those are the guys that were above me. The class above me was great because there was 10, 12 of them, and they kind of led the way, which was great.
And in the pros, who would be the locker room guys?
Pros, you know, the pros pretty much, you know, when I was there, it was Talkett, Recchi, you know, Mario, Ryan, Alfie. Alfie was good in the locker room. You know, there's a lot of guys that did a lot.
He seems like he would have been.
Yeah, he's a character, you know. We had a lot of pranks going on in there, but it was, but I love being there, you know. It's like, I could stay in the locker room all day.
But you had to get out and win some games.
Yeah, I had to sometimes, you know.
And a couple of cups. Now, the great thing now, and I've been proud of you since 1983, just to know you, but you're doing a lot of drug awareness talks now, and tell me about the Power Forward Foundation.
Yeah, Power Forward Foundation was kind of came to me and my sister a couple of years ago when I was kind of clean and I got jammed up a little bit. Then I had to do some, I had to go to the courts, and the judge actually wanted to do. He's a BC guy. He said, I wanted to get out and talk to some schools. So that's how it all started, and it kind of just took off from there. And I enjoyed doing it. If I can help people, I know I was stuck for a long time, and if I can help prevention, I think the biggest thing is to get into schools and talk about it so kids don't get stuck on it. They don't have to start it, because once you start, it's a tough circle to get off. So so the Power Forward Foundation, we just formed it. My sister, we do a TV show now on addiction once a week, and so I'm just trying to do my part, whatever I can do to help, and then get out there. And if I can help someone, then it's all the better.
Well, you're not alone.
Yeah,
we've all been there, kid.
Yeah, it's no one doesn't pick and choose, right? That's the biggest thing that people got to know about this stuff is, it doesn't pick and choose. If you have that gene, you have that in your brain, you activate it, and there's going to be a little problem, and you have to find some help. So that's why we're out there trying to just help out as much as we can.
All right. One of the greats, certainly one of the greats in BC history, and certainly one of the greats in NHL history, and the stats back it up. All right.
It's been great. Thanks, Berkey. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, bud.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, pal.
And,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Everybody, good luck to everybody, and thank you to Kevin Stevens. Go RinkRats. You want to say goodbye to the RinkRats?
Goodbye, rats.
All right, we'll see you later.
It was the most amazing thing.
The Stanley Cup has come to the city of Pittsburgh. Look at Kevin Stevens. What a playoff year he had.